Be me, 34M. Entrepreneur, visionary. That's what it says on my LinkedIn. Also, CEO of Nebulous Startup. Technically currently unemployed. But I don't subscribe to that label. I'm in the building phase, have been for 6 years. Live in a loft apartment. Sounds fancy. Actually, a converted warehouse in the industrial district with questionable plumbing and 3 roommates. One makes artisan soap. One is a DJ who never plays gigs. The rent is cheap. Allows me to focus on the grind. My day consists of waking up at 11 a.m., optimization sleep schedule, drink black coffee, read TechCrunch, tweet about hustle culture, work on my project. It's a revolutionary app idea. Uber for dog walkers but with blockchain integration, or maybe Airbnb for storage spaces. Haven't decided on the pivot yet. Mostly I just draw UI mockups on napkins and watch Gary Vee videos. Dating life is a disaster. Women these days don't get it. They want stability. They want a steady paycheck. They want a guy who doesn't ask to split the bill on a $12 appetizer. Small minds. Sheep. Waggies. I need a queen who understands the empire I'm building. Someone who sees the potential, not the current bank balance. Currently negative $400. But that's just liquid cash. My intellectual property is worth millions. Theoretically. Hop on Tinder. Swipe left on teachers, nurses, office drones. Boring. Need someone with ambition. Match with Sarah. 31F. Corporate lawyer. Photos are her in suits, her in Paris, her drinking expensive wine. Bingo. She has resources. She understands the high life. We chat. I tell her I run a tech startup in stealth mode. Sounds mysterious. Keeps her from asking why she can't download the app. She seems intrigued. We agree to meet for drinks. Downtown bar. High-end. $18 cocktails. I check my wallet. I have a credit card with maybe $50 left on the limit before it maxes out. It's a risk, but entrepreneurs take risks. I put on my one good blazer. Used to be my dad's. Slightly too big in the shoulders. Pair it with a t-shirt to look like casual genius. Meet Sarah. She looks sharp, wearing a dress that probably costs more than my car. My car is a 2004 Civic with a missing bumper. I parked 3 blocks away so she wouldn't see it. We sit down. She orders a Pinot Noir. I order the cheapest beer on tap. I like to keep it simple, I say. Steve Jobs wore the same turtleneck every day, reduces decision fatigue. She smiles. So, tell me about your company. This is my moment. I launch into the pitch. Buzzwords flying everywhere. Synergy. Disruptive innovation. Scalability. Web3 ecosystem. I don't actually explain what the company does, just that it's going to change the world. She nods, listening intently. It sounds ambitious, she says. Ambition is the currency of the future, I reply. I feel like I'm crushing it. The bill comes. Sweat beads on my forehead. The moment of truth. She reaches for her purse. I can get this, she says. Celebrating a big case I just won. Thank God. I feign resistance. No, I couldn't. I insist, she says. Well, if you insist. I'll get the next one. My assets are currently tied up in liquidity pools. She pays, we leave. Walking her to her car. It's a Mercedes. Nice. You're interesting, she says. Different from the guys I usually meet. Those guys are NPCs, I say. I'm the main character. She laughs. Thinks I'm joking. I am not joking. We start dating. It's amazing. For me, we go to nice dinners. She pays. We go to concerts. She pays. I spend most nights at her place. Her apartment is incredible. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Minimalist furniture. An espresso machine that costs $2,000. I start bringing my laptop over. Setting up my mobile office, I call it. I spread my papers all over her dining table. Leave empty coffee cups on her quartz counters. She comes home from a 12-hour day at the firm. Finds me on her couch in my underwear eating her organic snacks. Hard day at the office? She asks, looking tired. Grind never stops, I say, not looking up from Twitter. I'm engaging with the community. Building hype, she sighs. Goes to the bedroom to change. I figure she's just stressed. Being a wage slave is tiring. I try to help her out. Hey, you should really invest in crypto, I tell her over dinner. She made risotto. I bought the wine. $2 Chuck. I have a financial advisor, she says. Those guys are dinosaurs, I scoff. I can 10x your portfolio in a month. Just give me access to some liquidity. She pauses, fork halfway to her mouth. Let's keep finances separate for now, she says. Smart, I nod. Risk management. A month passes. I'm basically living there. My roommates are texting me asking for rent. I ignore them. I'm operating on a higher plane of existence now. Sarah mentions she has a work function. Annual gala for the firm. Partners, clients, big money. I want you to come, she says. But please, wear a suit. A real suit. I don't believe in uniforms, I say. Please, she says. For me. She takes me shopping. Buys me a tailored charcoal suit, Italian wool. I look in the mirror. I look like a killer. Like Bruce Wayne. Now you look like a CEO, she says. See? She gets it. She's investing in the brand. The night of the gala arrives. We pull up in an Uber Black. Walk into the ballroom. Chandeliers. Champagne towers. Men in tuxedos talking about mergers and acquisitions. This is my natural habitat. I grab a glass of champagne. Sarah introduces me to her boss, senior partner. Guy looks like he eats nails for breakfast. This is him, Sarah says. The entrepreneur. Interesting, the boss says. What sector? Tech, I say smoothly. Disruptive logic. We're rethinking the paradigm of human interaction. So, social media? Beyond that, I say. It's a lifestyle interface. He looks at me blankly. Right. Well, Sarah is a rising star here. Hope you're treating her well. We're a power couple, I say. She handles the legal, I handle the vision. Sarah squeezes my arm. Hard. We mingle. I start feeling loose. The champagne is free. I drink a lot of it. Start talking to a group of investors. Telling them about the death of the dollar. Telling them how fiat currency is a scam. Telling them they need to get into NFTs before the market corrects. They look uncomfortable. Sarah appears at my elbow. Let's go get some air, she says through gritted teeth. She drags me to the balcony. You're embarrassing me, she says. I'm networking, I protest. These people need to wake up. They're sleeping on the future. They are managing billions of dollars, she snaps. You are unemployed. Whoa. Record scratch. I am a founder, I say, voice rising. Of what? She asks. Her voice is cold. Name one thing you have founded. Name $1 of revenue you have generated in the last year. It's pre-revenue, I stammer. We're in the ideation phase. You've been in the ideation phase since I met you, she says. You sit on my couch. You eat my food. You use my internet to argue with strangers on Reddit. That is market research. She rubs her temples. I thought you were building something. I thought you had passion. But you're just waiting. Waiting for what? For a handout? For a break? For someone else to do the work? You sound like a hater right now, I say. I'm a visionary. Elon Musk slept on the floor of his office. Elon Musk actually built things, she says. You just build playlists on Spotify? Ouch. I think we're done, she says. What? Now? In the middle of the gala? Yes. I'll call you an Uber. A regular one. Not a black. She turns and walks back inside, leaving me on the balcony. Cold wind blowing. I look at the city skyline. All those lights. All that money. And I'm locked out. I check my phone. Uber is $45. I have $12 in my checking account. I have to walk. In the Italian wool suit. 4 miles back to the warehouse. It starts to rain. Of course it does. Cinematic irony. I get back to the loft. Soaking wet. Roommates are having a party. Techno music blasting. Smell of weed and cheap beer. Yo, Mr. CEO returns. The DJ yells. Where's the limo? I ignore them. Go to my room. It's a mattress on the floor. Pile of laundry in the corner. Drywall peeling. I take off the suit. Hang it up carefully. It's the only valuable thing I own. Sit on the mattress. Open my laptop. Look at my project folder. It's empty. Just a few Word documents with half-baked manifestos. A folder of memes. A shortcut to Steam. Sarah was right. The realization hits me like a brick. I'm not a visionary. I'm a bum with a vocabulary. I check LinkedIn. Founder at stealth startup. I delete it. Change it to open to work. Scroll through entry-level jobs. Data entry. Customer support. Sales associate. My soul withers, but my stomach growls. And the rent is due. I apply for a job at a call center. Dynamic, fast-paced environment means people yelling at you all day. I get an interview the next day. Wear the suit. The manager looks at me. Overdressed, he says. But you speak well. I have experience in communications, I say. Good. You start Monday. $15 an hour. $15 an hour. I do the math. It would take me 200 years to buy Sarah's apartment. But it's money. Real money, not crypto. Not potential. Not hype. Just cold, hard, pathetic cash. I take the job. Monday comes. I put on a headset. Sit in a gray cubicle. Thank you for calling Comcast. How can I help you today? The caller screams at me about his internet speed. I listen. I apologize. I offer a rebate. I am a waggy. I am an NPC. Lunch break. I sit in the break room. Eating a sandwich I made. Bologna on white bread. Check Instagram. Sarah posted a story. Her in first class. Flying to Tokyo. Caption. Business and pleasure. Building the future. Beside her is a guy. Looks like a banker. Boring. Stable. Rich. He probably doesn't have an app idea. He probably just has a job. I close the app. The bell rings. Lunch is over. Back to the headset. Back to the grind. But this time, it's the real grind. The one that doesn't end in a TED Talk. Just ends in a paycheck. And maybe, just maybe, paying my own rent. Thank you for holding, I say. And for the first time in 6 years, I'm actually doing something. Even if it sucks, be me. Customer service rep. Former visionary. Reality hits hard, but at least the bologna sandwich is real.